Good evening. This is the National News Telecast. I'm Uvin Hettiarachi.
And I'm Hishain Ali. Let's have a look at the headlines for tonight. The President returns to the island. New agreement to strengthen economic and investment relations between the UAE and Sri Lanka. The Paddy Marketing Board purchases the first stock of paddy from Ampara. A discussion was held prior to the final stage of preparing 2025 budget. The police is vigilant regarding the malpractices that take place in the guise of Valentine's Day. Talks to end Russia-Ukraine war have been initiated.
Now to those and more stories in detail. On today's top story, President Kumari today returned back to the island after successfully completing his official visit to address the World Government Summit held in the United Arab Emirates.
And during the tour, the President held bilateral talks with several state leaders. The President at the summit delivered his lecture under the theme of Sri Lanka's vision on economic growth, innovation and governance reforms.
Please join me in welcoming His Excellency Anura Kumara Dissanayaka, President of the Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka.
ඔබ ඇතැම්මට මැද පෙරදිග නියෝජනය කරන වෙන්න පුළුවන්. එසේම අප්‍රිකාව, ආසියාව, යුරෝපය හෝ බටහිර
President Anura Kumara Dissanayaka said that just as the challenges we all face, the rhythm of our hearts call upon us to unite and rebuild the world together. Quoting Martin Luther King Jr.'s statement, "We must learn to live together as brothers." President Dissanayaka emphasized the collective responsibility of building a better world. He noted that in 2024, the people of Sri Lanka united to build a beautiful life and a thriving nation. In his remarks at this historic summit, President Dissanayaka made a heartfelt appeal to world leaders and delegates, stating, "Let us come together and rebuild the world." During this visit, the President met with Pakistan's Prime Minister Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif. The discussions focused on strengthening trade relations and diversifying markets between the two countries. Both leaders also deliberated on the importance of adopting a new strategic framework to enhance economic cooperation. President Anura Kumara Dissanayaka met with the Prime Minister of State of Kuwait, Sheikh Ahmed Abdullah Al Ahmed Al Sabah, yesterday. During the discussion, President Dissanayaka highlighted Sri Lanka's improved political and financial stability, emphasizing the expanded potentials in investment and tourism sectors. Also, the President, Anura Kumara Dissanayaka, met with former British Prime Minister Tony Blair during the visit. President Dissanayaka briefed Blair on the investment opportunities in Sri Lanka's health, ports and tourism sectors, extending an invitation for UK investors to explore these prospects. Former British Prime Minister Blair commended Sri Lanka's current administration for its transparency and corruption-free governance. The President, Anura Kumara Dissanayaka, met with the Executive Vice Chairman of Oracle Corporation, Mike Sicila, during the World Government Summit. During the discussion, Oracle expressed its willingness to support Sri Lanka's digitalization by providing Oracle Cloud infrastructure. Furthermore, during his visit, President Dissanayaka met UAE Vice President and Prime Minister Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum yesterday. The importance of strengthening government coordination activities at global level and the importance of working collectively to prepare innovating solutions for the economic and development challenges were discussed at length in this meeting. Head Air to Dubai, Emirates Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Defence Prince Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum and First Deputy Controller of Dubai and Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Finance Sheikh Maktoum bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al were also present at this discussion. President Anura Kumara Dissanayaka returned to the island today after participating in the World Government Summit 2025 held in the United Arab Emirates. At the invitation of the President of the United Arab Emirates, Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the President joined a three-day visit to the UAE. Minister Vijitha Herath also accompanied the President during this visit.
Sri Lanka and United Arab Emirates reached an agreement on reciprocal promotion and protection of investment and strengthening economic and investments relation between the two countries parallel to the World Government Summit 2025. The agreement was signed by Mohammed bin Hadi Al Husseini, UAE's Minister of State for Financial Affairs, and Vijita Hera, the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Sri Lanka. This bilateral agreement established a secure legal framework to expand the investment opportunities in global markets while ensuring protection of global foreign investments. The purpose of the agreement is to facilitate and strengthen the foreign investments between the two nations by ensuring investor rights protection, promoting economic cooperation, and establishing a comprehensive investment protection mechanism. And there will be dispute resolution frameworks and policy structures. This agreement will also contribute to the strengthening of the global economic partnerships and creating opportunities for exploring new investment prospects in Sri Lanka. This agreement underscores the importance of bilateral economic development and financial stability while demonstrating the democratic commitment to both United Arab Emirates and Sri Lanka to strengthen the economic cooperation. Furthermore, this agreement also highlights Sri Lanka's commitment to enhancing foreign direct investment and fostering a more attractive investment landscape by enhancing investor confidence.
And on to more stories. Ceylon Electricity Board has taken measures to implement a 1-hour power cut today. The power is effective between 5 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. This decision has been taken to manage the electricity demand since all the 3 power generators of the Lakvijaya power plant in Norachole were dysfunctions due to a sudden power failure occurred last Sunday. Accordingly, during the 10th and 11th of this month, 1.5 hours power cut was carried out every region of the island. As full moon Poya fell yesterday, there was less power demand and the board was able to manage the power demand without a power cut. The Public Utilities Commission has recommended Ceylon Electricity Board's request made to conduct power cuts under the 4 categories. Engineers are now carrying out the maintenance work of the turbines at the Norachole power plant, and the board states that by tomorrow the maintenance work can be completed.
A discussion prior to the final stage of preparing the Budget 2025 was held at the President's office this evening under the patronage of President Anura Kumara Dissanayake. The budget proposal for the year 2025 are presented to the Parliament on the 17th of this month. This discussion was held prior to the discussion for the final stage of preparing the budget. Ministers K.D. Lalkantha, Vasant Samarasinghe, Dr. Anil Jayantha Fernando, President Secretary Nandika Sanath Kumar Naika, Secretary to the Ministry of Finance Mahinda Siriwardana and several other state officials were present at this occasion.
The Crime Investigation Department today informed the Colombo Magistrate Courts that measures have been taken to get guidelines of the Attorney General regarding the action that should be taken with regard to a group of suspects including parliamentarian Namal Rajpaksha. It was about the allegation level against him under the Money Laundering Act in an incident of depositing a sum of 15 million rupees earned illegally in a company titled NR Consultancy while being a parliamentarian. The complaint was summoned before the Colombo Magistrates Court today and the suspect Namal Rajpaksha and others appeared before courts. The CID officials told the courts that the investigations in this regard have been completed and submitted to the Attorney General's Department. The officials further said that they have not yet received the guidance from the Attorney General and accordingly the Magistrates Court ordered the case to be resummoned on the 7th of August. Court also ordered the CID officials to inform regarding the legal advice on that day, and this complaint was presented by the previous good governance regime against Namal Rajpaksha, the then director of the NR Consultancy Company, Nithya Senani Samaranayaka, Sujani Bogolagama and Sudarshana Ganegoda. The Attorney General has informed the Mount Lavinia Magistrates Court through the CID officials regarding the released 3 suspects of the case of killing journalist Lasantha Wickramatunge. The Attorney General has informed that the earlier order given to release the relevant suspects will be temporarily suspended. Accordingly, the Chief Magistrate of Mount Lavinia, Chaturika De Silva, ordered the case to be resummoned on the 9th of May. The Circle for Environmental Justice has submitted a fundamental rights petition against former Minister Chamara Sampath Dasanaika and several others, citing that they have exported the phosphate of Epawala phosphate reserve, causing losses to the country during the past regime. The petition was today summoned before a panel of judges headed by AHMD Nawaz.
Several farmer organizations of Rajangani area assured that their paddy stocks will be provided for the paddy stores of the government. In the meantime, the Consumer Affairs Authority, Hemant Sabarakon, observed that although paddy mill owners have purchased paddy at a higher rate, rice has been sold at the controlled price. According to the farmers of Rajangani, they accrue a profit out of the price given by the government for paddy. The Paddy Market Board has purchased first consignment of paddy from the Ampara store. The District Secretary of Ampara, Chintakabe Vikrama, also joined the occasion. He pointed out that according to farmers, they are at a present harvesting, and after processing the paddy for the stipulated steps will be taken by them to provide the harvest of paddy for the marketing board.
And in the meantime, the government of Thailand says that it will assist in releasing the Sri Lankans who are in the captivity of cyber criminals of Myanmar. Thai Foreign Minister Maris Sangyumpongsa released this in a telephonic conversation with the Foreign Minister Vijitha Herath. Minister Vijitha Herath discussed the rescue and safe repatriation of trafficked Sri Lankans with Thailand's Minister of Foreign Affairs Maris. The minister also reiterated Sri Lanka's commitment to strengthen bilateral cooperation between the two countries and underscored the urgent assistance required in respect to the rescue and safe repatriation of trafficked Sri Lankans. He also highlighted the two countries and conveyed Sri Lanka's continued support for the chairmanship of Thailand in the BIMSTEC ahead of summit scheduled for April this year. The minister also appreciated Thailand's support in the rescue process, and since 2023, Thailand has assisted in rescuing 58 Sri Lankans from the Myanmar traps so far. The minister requested the Thai foreign minister to give priority in releasing the remaining Sri Lankans. And on to more news here at home. Tomorrow, the 14th of February, is the Valentine's Day and also called the Lovers' Day.
Now let's take a look at the background and the activities in Sri Lanka to mark the occasion. Valentine's Day initially came into being as a religious festival where 2 Catholic priests were given the importance in this history. Out of them, priests called St. Valentine is said to have supported young lovers, and he became widely popular due to this reason. This happened in an era where the Emperor Aurelius of Rome had banned marriages to young soldiers. It is also mentioned that St. Valentine assisted in getting those young soldiers married secretly to their beloveds. According to this reason, the emperor imprisoned reveler St. Valentine on 272 AD. Accordingly, St. Valentine's Day was celebrated on the 14th of February as a religious day to commemorate the saint. The present-day celebrations in the form of the Lovers' Day commenced in the celebrations after 1800 AD. In the modern times, the religious background has been completely neglected and it has been transformed into a festivity of lovers. The image of St. Valentine has lost its importance, and the image of Cupid with the logo of a heart has become the logo of the Valentine's Day. It is still the clear difference between the Cupid of the West and the Cupid of the East. In Sri Lanka, it started developing as a subculture since the latter part of the 90s decade. During this period, there was an extremely high demand for red roses within the country. According to florists of the Valimada Valley, the demand for red roses has become extremely high this year. Somehow, various sections of the point out that several problems have arisen within the Sri Lankan subculture on the commemoration of the Day of Lovers. Police media spokesman SSP Buddhika Manathunga was of the opinion at Sri Lanka Police and advice has to be given about the celebration of this day. Many of them celebrate the day with a particular motive. During the past few years, several incidents have been pointed out where youngsters and adolescents have visited lodges and inns. On certain occasions, youth are reported to have enjoyed parties after consuming narcotics. The police request everyone to spend the day in a meaningful manner. Those who wish to visit lodges should be remembering that nothing is harmful to their future lives is committed during that. The lodge owners have also been informed about the situation with a request for them to not entertain at all youngsters under the age of 18 in a case they visit them. The Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation will be celebrating the 43rd anniversary.
And religious observances have been conducted this morning in order to receive the blessings to the corporation and its staff and especially to the entire country. Officials of the corporation and members of the staff along with a gathering participated on this occasion. Preparation of milk food for the Sambuddha Puja was done in the early morning today at the SLRC premises. The traditional milk food was offered to Sri Kalyana Dharmashrami Bauddhalokamavata in Colombo. Buddhist religious observances were conducted under Chief Incumbent Venerable Mirihane Nandathera in order to receive blessings in the occasion of the 43rd anniversary of SLRC. This occasion was graced by the chairman of the Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation, Gihan De Silva, Acting Director General Manoja Nadishan Amarasinghe, officials of the main management of the corporation, including the staff. Hindu religions observances had been performed at Pudiya Kadireshan Kovil, Bambalapitiya, led by Brahmsri Nagaraja Kurukal. In order to bless their religious observances were performed at the Church of Good Shepherd at Jawatha Road, Thimbirigasyaya. The Director of National Catholic Mass Media Centre, Reverend Jude Crushante Fernando, and several other Catholic priests joined the church service. Chairman SLRC Gihan De Silva observed that the SLRC is performing a national responsibility and the future path of the organization has been decided. The corporation expects to maintain its identity while working in unity for peace, love, education and innovating and creative presentation. The cooperation of the staff and each and every one linked with it is also expected. Muslim religious observances were held at Devatagaha Mosque, Colombo 7, under the leadership of Chief of the Mosque Patrons, Al-Hajj Riyaz Sali. The prayers were conducted by Mulavi Muhammad Iqbal. Moving on from celebration to another glorious celebration, now we have National Water Supply and Drainage Board says the news spread by media that the water supply of the former President Mahil Rajapaksa official residence at Vijayarama Mawatha has been disconnected is totally false. Water supply of the adjoining house at the above address was disconnected today due to the non-payment of arrears. The board says that place is not the official residence of the former President Mahil Rajapaksa.
Attention has been paid to allocate funds immediately to complete the construction of work of 4 main development projects of the Kandy National Hospital, which were held halfway. This is according to the Minister Dr. Nalinda Jayatissa that plans are underway to allocate an amount of 1,500 million rupees this year for this purpose. The Minister made these observations joining an inspection tour in order to review the commencement of the construction activities of the several development projects which were suspended earlier at a Kandy National Hospital. Mr. Dr. Nalinda Jayatissa inspected the new Cancer Ward Hospital Complex and the Thalassemia Ward Complex, Accident and Emergency Treatment Unit and the Ward Complex for isolated patients. Later on, the Minister had a discussion with hospital staff. Minister said that a country cannot afford to construct many national hospitals and constructing one national hospital at the moment will be sufficient. This hospital is one of them, and there is one national hospital, 5 dental hospitals, a children's hospital and many teaching hospitals. It is important that there is a plan to maintain these hospitals as a cluster. The activities have been conducted methodically. Receiving around 4,000 patients at a national hospital requires the maximum number of specialized medical services without just having an outdoor patients unit. 6 new Lions Clubs at the Ridiyagama Safari Park in Hambantota were officially named recently. The names of the 3-month-old Lion Clubs have been selected from around 4,000 names that have been suggested by the public. The single male Lion Club was named Megha, while 5 female cubs were named Tara, Agra, Bhumi, Akira and Elsa. The names of the Lions Clubs were announced during an exhibition held under the patronage of the Department of National Zoological Gardens, Director General Chandana Rajapaksha.
And on to more stories here at home. Ministers were enlightened yesterday on the problems faced by industrialists and entrepreneurs in the Hambantota district. A discussion in this connection was held at the Hambantota district secretariat. Problems of the industrialists and the officials of the small business sector of the Hambantota district were discussed at length in this discussion. Ministers said that they will take measures to find solutions for this problem without delay. Minister Sunil Handunetti, Deputy Minister Chaturanga Besinga, District Secretary Bimal Indrajit and some others were present at this discussion. Minister Sunil Handunetti said that if the people are ready to become an industrialist or entrepreneur, all required facilities will be provided by the Ministry of Industries. The problem is that very small number of people come forward for this purpose.
Russian ambassador in Sri Lanka, Levan Zagarian, says that his country is looking into possibilities of developing ties with Sri Lanka in new areas, especially including power and energy sector. He made these comments addressing a press briefing in Colombo this morning.
Last week I met Mr. Jayakodi, Minister of Energy, and just I presented our invitation to him and to other officials from energy sector to visit Russia in October. We will be conducting a Russia Energy Week in Moscow with a huge number of guests from many countries, and just it will be, if they go there, hopefully I will try to convince them, it will be the good opportunity to meet with high-ranking Russian officials in the field of energy, oil, coal and so on. And we are working on some other issues. I don't want now to reveal it because we prefer sometimes to work, let's say, behind closed doors. Just we have discussions, and just I will try to convince him to go to Moscow in October. It will be very important. And we have also other fields of cooperation, and just with the new government, hopefully. And just now we need some time. We need some time. Let's start from energy and education.
Aruma Uruma Cultural Tourism Festival and Handicraft Exhibition was held at the BMICH premises, which was organized by Lanka Organization of IOV. The festival has been organized by IOV Lanka, being nominated as the 163rd country to join the International Organization of Folk Art IOV World. The day began with a majestic parade from the Independence Square to BMICH in the morning. It featured vibrant traditional dancers, musicians and performers in a breathtaking display of heritage. Later on, an award-winning handicraft exhibition was held throughout the day to witness a world of craftsmanship, master artisans at work with their handmade creations. The media sponsorship was provided by ChannelEye Rupavahini Corporation.
The annual photo gathering of the Photographic Society of America is being held from the 7th to the 14th of February in 2025 in Sri Lanka. The Photographic Society of America, established in 1934, is a worldwide organization with 5,000 members from over 80 countries and 460 camera clubs and 11 chapters across the United States.
It provides abundant resources for photographers from novice to the professional. The annual photo gathering brings together photographers from around the world, focusing on fostering connections among members while strengthening friendships, both old and new. It unites people from diverse backgrounds, offering them the opportunity to immerse themselves in the culture, heritage and natural beauty of the host country. As the proud host of PSAPG 2025, Sri Lanka stands to benefit significantly, with visiting photographers capturing and showcasing its breathtaking landscapes, rich traditions and warm hospitality.
Well, it's fortunately it is not my first photo gathering. Is the second one, and I found an incredible opportunity here in Sri Lanka. So we travel such a lot, and we saw many different things. I think that for all of us that we share this passion, it's really a dream to come here.
I have seen a lot of deep sea fishing and surf fishing and freshwater and fly rod fishing, but nothing like this. These guys have a lot of patience and a lot of skill to be hanging up there, all making clay pots. This was all culturally centered on Sri Lanka, and it was wonderful that it was shared with us today.
Veteran Rupavahini and radio presenter and actress Kumari Perera has passed away. The funeral will be held at 3 p.m. on Saturday at Perera Cemetery. Kumari Perera was aged 69 when she passed away due to an Harley ailment. Mortal remains will be kept at the private funeral parlour from 8 a.m. tomorrow. Kumari Perera has been a well-known announcer in Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation and had also participated in a large number of teledramas, stage plays and movies as an actress. Among the stage plays to which she contributed, Maname and Singhabau stand out as two prominent dramas. Kandegedara, Bodhiva, Kopikade, Sirivimala, Podavassa and Sandungira Ginigani are among the major dramas which she appeared in as an actress. We'll be back with foreign news after a short break.
I will wait for you. I'm in love with you. You're my hot and spicy love. Happy Valentine's Day. Prima Kottumi share the hot and spicy love every day. Prima Kottumi. Fun tamai.
Welcome back and on to foreign news. Russia's war on Ukraine at critical moment as Trump and Putin push to end conflict.
Alarms were raised in Kiev and across Europe after US President Donald Trump was pushing to end the war in Ukraine and struck a conciliatory towards the Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin during a phone call between the two leaders. Trump's phone call with the Russian counterpart comes as Trump administration seeks to dramatically reshape the decades of American foreign policy in Europe. U.S. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth said that the United States will no longer prioritize European and Ukrainian security, shifting its focus towards its own borders and battle for dominance with China. Russia's Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov praised U.S. President Donald Trump as well-mannered, saying his call with the Russian counterpart was exposed the failures between the Biden administration and Europe on Ukraine.
Prima Kottumi. Fun tamai.
And moving on to sports for tonight, according to the latest ODI ratings of bowlers by the International Cricket Council, Sri Lankan spinner Mahesh Theekshana has advanced to the second place. The latest ODI rating were released on the 11th of this month. Mahesh Theekshana advanced to the second spot in the ODI bowling ratings by securing 663 points. Rashid Khan of Afghanistan has secured the first place and he has secured 669 points in the OID International played with Australia, Mahesh Theekshana was able to capture 4 wickets for 40 runs in 9.5 overs. The second one-day international between Sri Lanka and Australia will commence at the R. Premadasa Cricket Stadium tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. as a day match. Sri Lanka won the previous match by 49 runs and lead the 2 matches series 1-0.
Prima Kottumi, Fantamai.
That's it for tonight's English News Update. Thank you for joining us. Good night.
நேத்ரா டிவி, நேசத்தின் நெருக்கம்.
நாற்பத்தி வருடங்களுக்கு மேலாக இலங்கை மக்களுடைய எதிர்பார்ப்புகளை அதிர்ஷ்டத்தால் நிறைவேற்றி வருகின்ற அபிவிருத்தி லோத்தர் சபை பிப்ரவரி 13ஆம் தேதியான இன்றும் உங்களுக்கான அதிர்ஷ்ட வாய்ப்புகளை அதிகரித்து நாட்டிலே அதிக வெற்றியாளர்களை உருவாக்குவதோடு ஏராளமான பணப்பரிசுகளை அள்ளித்தர தயாராக இருக்கின்றது. இன்றைய கப்ருக்க சீட்டிலுப்புக்கான சூப்பர் ஜாக்பாட் பணப்பரிசு தொகை 56 கோடியே 50 லட்சம் ரூபாவை கடந்திருக்கின்றது. டிஎல்பி டிக்கெட்டுகளை அதிகமாக கொள்வனவு செய்வதனூடாக உங்களது வெற்றியை நீங்கள் உறுதி செய்து கொள்ளலாம். களுத்துறை மாவட்டத்தில் இருக்கக்கூடிய அபிவிருத்தி லோத்தர் சபையின் விற்பனை முகவர் மற்றும் விற்பனை விநியோகஸ்தர்களுக்கான விசேட சந்திப்பு இம்மாதம் 16ஆம் தேதி காலை 9 மணி முதல் வாதுவ லயா பீச் ஹோட்டலிலே இடம்பெறப் போகின்றது. இந்த விற்பனை முகவர்களுக்கான விற்பனை விநியோகஸ்தர்களுக்கான விசேட சந்திப்பினூடாக அபிவிருத்தி லோத்தர் சபையின் டிக்கெட் விற்பனை மேம்படுத்தல் மற்றும் எதிர்கால திட்டங்கள் குறித்தான பல விடயங்கள் கலந்துரையாடப்பட உள்ளன. நாட்டிலே அதிக பணப்பரிசு கட்டமைப்புடன் அதிர்ஷ்டசாலிகளை உருவாக்கி வருகின்ற சுப்பிரி தன சம்பத்த லோத்தருக்கான விசேட சீட்டிருப்பு சுப்பிரி தன சம்பத்த டபுள் ஃபோர்ச்சூன் இம்மாதம் 28ஆம் தேதி இடம்பெறவுள்ளது. சுப்பிரி தன சம்பத்த டபுள் ஃபோர்ச்சூன் விசேட டிக்கெட்டினை அதிகமாக கொள்வனவு செய்து கொள்ளுங்கள். 28ஆம் தேதி சீட்டிருப்பு தினத்தன்று நீங்கள் வளமையான பணப்பரிசுகளை வெல்லலாம். அதற்கு மேலதிகமாக தெரிவாகும் முதலாவது விசேட இலக்கத்திற்காக 1 லட்சம் ரூபாய் பணப்பரிசுகளையும் தெரிவாகும் 2வது விசேட இலக்கத்திற்காக 50,000 ரூபாய் பணப்பரிசுகளையும் அதிகமாய் வெல்வதற்கு வாய்ப்புகள் காத்திருக்கின்றன. இன்றைய சீட்டிலிப்புகள் சற்று முன்னர் தேசிய தொலைக்காட்சியின் கலையகம் ஒன்றிலே நடுவர்களின் மேற்பார்வையின் கீழ் இடம்பெற்றன. அவற்றை இப்பொழுது நீங்கள் பார்வையிடலாம். இது டிஎல்பி லாட்டரி ஷோ. இன்றைய அனைத்து சீட்டிலிப்புகளுக்கும் நடுவர்களாக கடமையாற்றியோர் நிதியமைச்சின் அரச வர்த்தக திணைக்கள மேலதிக பணிப்பாளர் நாயகம் திருமதி ஹிமாலி விஜயரத்ன, கல்கிசம் 3 உதவி போலீஸ் அத்தியட்சகர் திரு MDD